Webex by Cisco is an application that allows you to participate or host a video meeting. Not only this, you can make audio calls, you can share your files and other content, you can send messages to one person or to a group of people, and you can also use their whiteboard feature to do a whiteboarding sessions with your staff members or with your students. If you are looking for an alternative to Zoom video conferencing application, Webex is the answer. Webex is a robust tool, and in this video you will learn how to use Webex, and this video is a quick start guide for beginners. And we will be focusing on key features which are listed in the description of this video. If you are interested only in a particular feature and you know how to install and what are the differences between a free and a paid Webex account, then you can see the description and there is a timestamp. You can click on that and you can watch that section of this video. This will help you save some time. But if you are an absolute beginner, you must watch this full video, and this quick start guide will help you get started with Webex video meeting application. So let's get started after a short break. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Tahir and I make videos for educational technology tools available for educators and students, and also about some of the subjects which I teach. If you are interested in this topic, please hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell to get notified whenever I post a new video on this channel, normally every Tuesday and Friday. You can use Webex on your desktop and as well as on your mobile phone. For the desktop version, you can download Webex application from this URL, and Webex is available for Windows as well as iOS and Linux operating systems. So for Windows, you click here and you download this webex.msi file. Then you simply click on this file and it will install the application and you will get this logo. You click on that and the application will start. But before I show you how to use Webex, let's have a look at their free and paid accounts quickly. So in the free account, you can have only one host. Video meeting length is 50 minutes at the most, and there can be up to 100 participants in a meeting. Then these are few features which are missing in the free account, but in most cases you don't need these features. For example, this Webex Assistant. This is an artificial intelligence based module which can create closed captions and transcripts of your video meetings. But for casual use, you don't need this. If you are a company or an organization, then this might be a requirement. Similarly, MP4 recordings are not available. If I scroll down, most of the features are available in the free account. For example, you can save recordings on your own computer, but these recordings will not be in the MP4 file format. However, you can convert it to MP4. You can use interactive whiteboards in Webex. You can also use breakout sessions. Then Webex also allows you to join the meeting via call. So you can add this extra optional add-on if you are on a paid plan. Now we will talk about Webex Spaces in a minute, which is basically a group of people, and free account does not give you the control on Webex Spaces. But again, this is not very important. Then at the end, there is one more key difference between free and paid accounts of Webex, and that is toll-free dial-in, where you don't have to pay anything and you can join the meeting from your phone by calling a number. And this is only available in the enterprise plan. Then you can dial in with your phone, but charges will apply, and this is available to other two paid plans. But in the free plan, you cannot dial a number to join the meeting. You have to click a link. So free Webex plan is good enough for most video meeting applications. Now let us talk about Zoom versus Webex. Which one is better? Now in my opinion, both of these are at par. They both are nearly similar applications. They both have similar features with some different names. But if I tell you the general perception, Webex is considered more robust application, while Zoom is considered an easy to use application. You can say that the comparison of these two in a nutshell. But let's talk about what you can do in Webex. There are 5 key things you can do: video meetings, audio calls, messaging, sharing content, and whiteboarding. If you look at the interface on the left hand side, this is messaging section. There are 3 areas here. Now in this direct section, you have direct messages to a single person. Spaces are a group of people working on the same project, or you can say on a same topic, because normally you say team is working on a project and a group of people is working on a section of a project. You can call it a topic. So in the space, you collect a group of people working on a specific topic or a section. Now in this all section, you will see all the spaces, plus if there is anyone to whom you are sending direct messages. Let's say I click on direct and I click on this plus sign, and now I can send a direct message to someone. So I click on that and now I start typing some email. If that contact is already in my space, I can click on that and it will show here. And now I can see all the messages which I have previously sent to this person, as you can see here. And I can send any new message by typing in this area, and as soon as I start typing, this arrow will appear. I click on that and this message will be sent to this person. Now this is my other account, and on my mobile phone I get a notification of this message if I have turned on the notifications. So I will get a notification and I can respond from my mobile phone. So this is one feature. Then in the content area, I can share files with this person, or if I am in a space and in the content area, I can share file with a group of people. So you can create more spaces if you want. Currently this space has 2 people. If I click here, I can see these 2 people here, myself and my other account. By clicking on this add people, I can add more to this space. If I click on that and now I type some email like that and I enter, it will show me this new icon. And now if I click add, an email will be sent to this person with a link to join the space, and they can join the space. And all the messages of this space reside in this area. And at the bottom, there are few controls available. And now we come to the main part of starting or scheduling a meeting. So if I click on this plus, I can schedule a meeting by clicking on schedule a meeting icon, and it will give me this interface. So let's say I want 2nd of October, and then I can select any time. For example, let's say 10 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Brisbane time. Then I can type a short details or agenda of this video meeting. On the right hand side, I can add some emails, or I can simply send this link via email to a group of people, and I click schedule. Now I will see this scheduling for some time, few seconds, and then I will see this meeting. And if I want to start a meeting instantly, I click on start meeting, and now I will see this screen. And on the right hand side, I can test my speaker and microphone. So I click on that and I will see this dialog box. So when I click on this test, it will play some sound, and if I can hear the sound, it means that I will be able to hear other people in the video meeting. Similarly, when I click on test in the microphone, it will show me this recording, and I can record something, whatever I'm saying, and then when I click again, it will play that back. So in this way I can check my microphone as well. Once I have checked my speaker and microphone, then I can click on start meeting, and if I want my video to be shown, I can click on start video as well. So for now I click on start meeting and the video meeting has started. Now if you are a host, it is important that you understand some of the settings or some controls which you should implement in the meeting. and those are in this area. If I click on show menu bar and then I click on meeting and then I click on options, these are few boxes which you should decide to check or uncheck. For example, allow all participants to turn on videos. You might not want to allow all participants to turn on their videos, so you can uncheck this option. So there are some other options as well. You can select which you want to choose for your video meeting. So this is the important thing which you should understand if you are a host. Similarly, if you want to mute all the participants, you can click on participants and you can click on mute all. So now their voices will not be in the meeting. Only you will be speaking and they will only be listening. Now you also can share your meeting window by clicking on share and share your meeting window. Now if you want to lock your meeting, it means that you don't want to allow any further participants to join the meeting. You click on these three dots and you turn on this lock meeting. Now after this, no one will be able to join the meeting. You can also invite and remind your video meeting participants by clicking on that. Now you can put their email addresses separated by commas in this area, and then you will be able to click on send and it will send the invitation, time and the link of this video meeting, and they will simply click on that link and they will join the meeting. So if you are a participant in Webex meeting, you don't have to learn anything. You simply install the application and you will get this invitation from someone with a link. You click on the link and you will be in the meeting. So all learning is for those who want to host a video meeting in Webex. If you want to end the meeting, you click on this and it will show this message, do you want to end the meeting? If I click on this, the meeting will be ended. Now let's talk about how to share your screen in Webex. You click on share and now I have two monitors and there are some windows opened on my desktop. I can share my monitors or I can share my windows and tabs. Also there is a whiteboard option. If I click on that, and now I will see this new whiteboard and I click share, and now I will see this whiteboard where I have few tools to draw and to write. I select my color and then I select my pencil and I can draw. So there are two tools available. One is a pen tool, one is a pencil tool, and I can start drawing by selecting any of these tools. And it will show me this message sharing whiteboard, but my participants will not see this message or these tools. They will simply see a whiteboard. So I think I have covered all the features in this video to get you started with Webex. And if you want to see, I have a 2 video series which you can see on the screen right now. You can watch these 2 videos because in those videos I have shown you few more features about Webex application by showing you a practical meeting, one participant on the desktop and the other participant on a mobile phone. So I hope you like this video. If so, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching and see you next time.